share my screen. Just let me know once you are able to see.
Yes, we can see your screen and we can hear you loud and clear as well. So
Okay,
over
perfect.
to you.
Thank you, Narayan, and thank you, Jiva, for the great presentation. Hi everyone, my name is Arpit, and thanks everyone for joining my session today. Welcome to the customer service Saturday. So I hope you all had a great time since morning, and you had a great learning on the customer service. Let's continue this journey and discuss something interesting stuff about customer service. So I'm going to discuss a low-code, no-code solution to design your customer service process. So let's quickly begin with my brief introduction. My name is Arpish Srivastav, and I'm a 365 Saturday ambassador. I'm a Dynamics 365 consultant and architect working in Capgemini. I'm writing my blog since 2011 and sharing a lot of interesting stuff. And I'm an active speaker on the 365 community. I'm a mentor and I'm a trainer as well. And I'm working the Dynamics 365 technology along with the Power Platform since 2011. And I'm having technical expertises in the Dynamics 365 Power Platform, Azure DevOps, C# technologies. So in any case, if you want to get in touch with me through various social media channels, you can post your queries and get in touch with me through my blogs. You can find my YouTube channel or my GitHub channel using the Arpit Dynamics page and the Think Dynamic Do Dynamic. So let's quickly begin with the agenda. So to be very honest, I don't have much stuff today to be present on the PPT. So I have very limited slide decks available. I'm going to demonstrate a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of low-code, no-code solution to you. So first I'm going to discuss about the customer service overview. So in this topic, I will discuss a very brief introduction about that. What is the, what is the role of the customer service in any organization, and what is the role of the customer service to win the customers and win the opportunity to the customer. The second thing I'm going to discuss about the demo personas and what should be the demo flow. So I'm going to create an application, an end-to-end application or the customer service flow, so that you can easily relate that how the low-code no-code solution is powerful to design your customer service applications. The third topic is the live demo. So in this topic, I'm going to discuss not the discussion, it's going to be demonstration. So I'm going to demonstrate the live implementation using low-code, no-code solution. So it will include the Power Apps portal, Power Virtual Agent, Power Automate, and the Power Apps. And we will be having some question answer sessions. So if you have any questions related to this session, you can post on the chat or offline as well through my social media channels. So let's quickly begin. So what is the customer service actually? So as we know that customer service is one of the most integral and the key process to improve your customer relationship management. And we all are working the Dynamics 365 Power Platform and some other Microsoft technologies, and we know that Microsoft is already investing a lot of things and a lot of new features in the Dynamics 365, in the Power Platform, or in the artificial intelligence area in the Azure. So there are a lot of investments are being done by the Microsoft. So the reason being why Microsoft is investing so much in this area. So the reason is to win the customer, so that Microsoft is providing the low-code, no-code solution so that you can quickly, deploy your solution so that the customer can start using that. And the major reason behind investing all these features in the Dynamics 365 and in the artificial intelligence space to win the customer, to maintain the customer relationship management. Okay, so there are various low-code, no-code features and the components that Microsoft has provided. So I'm going to discuss about that, that what are the low-code, no-code solutions or the feature that Microsoft has provided. Using that, you can build your own application and you can earn a customer for the life. Okay, so the first discussion about the customer self-service portal. So customer self-service portal is one of the, one of the key component that Microsoft has recently introduced. Not recently introduced, it actually acquired from the ADX Studio, then customer self-service, then the customer portal, then now it's calling as a Power Apps portal. So customer self-service portal is one of the low-code no-code solution, a website component provided by the Microsoft that helps customer to to manage their service related activities from the portal itself. So customer can easily land it on the portal. They can register themselves through various social media channels, and they can simply log in on the portal and can find a lot of information on the portal itself. So one of the major complexity and the the challenge in any organization while handling the customer service processes, there are a lot of overload, lot of uh, pressure or the workload on the customer care agents. So for small queries, customer interact with the call center agents. They call the customer just for the small queries, but by using the customer self-service portal, you can simply provide the knowledge articles and a lot of interesting, lot of useful information related to the customer queries on the portal itself. So customer don't need to simply call the call center agent every time. And as per the investigation, the 70% of the customers spend time on the online portal. If they have any queries, if they have any complaints and the escalations, or if they want to give the feedback, so they simply want to use the customer self-service portal instead of calling to the call center agents or email them and some other activities. Second, the low-code no-code solution provided by Microsoft is the Dynamics 365 Omni-channel. So this is the recent enhancement or the feature that Microsoft introduced, the Omni-channel integration. So we already had the unified service desk, that is the upgraded version of the customer self-service module in the Dynamics 365, but it has some limitations and some issues as there. So to overcome that type of issues, Microsoft has recently upgraded the unified service desk, the feature, and they provided the Dynamics 365 Omni-channel. Okay, so if you have a requirement to interact with your customer, so if your internal employees or your agents wants to interact with the customer through various social media integrations like your Facebook, WhatsApp, WeChat, or the Microsoft Teams, or the live chat, then the Dynamics 365 Omni-channel plays a basic role. And it also boosting your agent productivity and empowering your supervisor to meet the goals. So in the omni-channel integration, I think we already going to have a detailed session on the omni-channel integration, in which you can get the idea that how the omni-channel integration provide a seamless experience to improve your customer service. So in the omni-channel integration, you can your supervisor, your manager can easily have a look that what is the conversation is being done between your agents and your customers. So this is the way you can improvise your customer self-service. The third one is the customer insight. So I think the last two session is you already learned a lot about the customer insight. So customer insight is one of the major component that Microsoft introduced just to get the holistic view of the customer. So if I am an agent, if I want to resolve any customer queries or want to take the complaints on the escalation, it is mandatory to have the 360-degree view of the customer. Okay, so if I have to open a new application, if I have to go on a different tab to get the customer information, if I have to open different tools or the products, then definitely it's going to take a lot of time. So just to provide the 360 degree of the view of the customer along with the artificial intelligence and the graphical representation of the information, customer insight is one of the best feature that Microsoft introduced. The fourth is the Power Apps. So it is the combination of model driven and the Canvas app. So it also empowers everyone to build the app for your business and the rich set of tools. So Microsoft has provided two kinds of Power Apps. The first one is the model driven and third one is the Canvas app. So it's not like that only the developer can build the app. Any of the business people can simply create their own app as per their business needs. So this is also one enhancement that Microsoft recently did in the low-code no-code solution. Power BI. Power BI is also well aware, everyone aware about the Power BI. So if you have to, so being an agent, if you have to analyze the customer data, then if you want to analyze the customer data in the record format on the Excel format, then it's going to be very tedious job, right? So if the customer data is very large, then you can simply use the Power BI reports to analyze the customer historical data, the present data, and the some future data as well. So Power BI is the best tool to provide the graphical representation of the data. Power Automate is also a kind of solution, low-code, no-code solution that's provided by the Microsoft. That because if you are using customer self-service portal, omni-channel integration, Power Apps, Power BI, and some other custom application, you need to do some kind of automation. You need to send the notifications, and you need to send some kind of files or the documents to your supervisor. You need to approve something. You have to write some business logic. So for this kind of stuff, Microsoft has provided the Power Automate solution. So using that, you can simply drag and drop kind of features, and you can simply write your business logic inside your Power Automate. And the last one is the Power Virtual Agent. So if you want to provide the capability of the live chat integration or the virtual chat integration, then you can simply use the Power Virtual Agent. So these are all the components. Using that, you can simply design an application, and you can simply improvise your customers service seamlessly. So I will show you in the demonstration that how you can use these all the components and can design the customer service application. For the demonstration, I have chosen some world famous personalities for this demo personas. So for this demo, I'm going to use Raz as a customer. So today, Raz is going to play a role of customer for the next 1 hour. I will be playing a role of call center agent. So if any questions that Raj is having related to the products, I will be responsible to take care his queries, all the complaints and the escalations. Ambes will be the finance manager for this for the demo, and he will be responsible for all kind of approvals that needs the finance or the payment kind of request. So for example, if the Raz wants to Raz has purchased some product from the company, and he wants to return it back and wants to get the refund. So for these kind of approvals, in order to initiate the payments, so Ambes will be the finance manager who will be responsible to initiate the payments or all the finance related approvals. We have Narayan, who I have taken as a field service agent, and Narayan will be responsible to all the field related work. So if we have any requirement to travel at the customer location to meet the customer, or perform some operation, or perform some activities, or wants to collect some goods, so these kind of activities, the Narayan will be responsible for that. So Narayan will be playing a role of field service agent for the demo today. And we have the Victor, who will be playing a role of service manager. So once all the activities done, by the Arpit, Ambes and Narayan, the Victor will be the service manager who will review everything and will close the case. Okay, so these are the demo personas that we are going to use in the today's demo. Now let's check who is responsible for what. Okay, so let's talk about the Raz. Okay, so Raz is a customer who has recently purchased a Surface Pro laptop from Microsoft Store, and he's facing some technical glitches, and he found that as soon as he unpacked the laptop, he found that the laptop is broken, and now he wants to return it within the warranty period and needs the refund back from the Microsoft Store. Okay, so Raz will use the customer self-service portal in order to register their queries or register the complaint, or will use the live chat bot as well. Okay, so if Raz wants to have the information related to the laptops, that how he can return back the laptop, what is the process of the refund process, and what is the warranty period, can I get it, how long it will take to get my refund back. So all these kind of queries he can get it from the customer self-service portal, but also he can use this portal and the live chat agent in order to register the complaints, in order to create a case as well. I will be play a role of customer, the call center agent, and I'll be responsible to take the RAS and other customer queries, complaint escalation through calls, and the chat integration. So I'm going to provide you, I'm going to demonstrate you how you can easily integrate the live chat. And once I am done with the chat with the customer, I will assign the request to the finance team for refund approval and initiate the payment. So if you can simply see here, this is a chatbot where person wants to talk to a person, where the customer wants to talk to a person. So the request has been routed to the live chat agent, the human agent, and here is my Dynamic 365 instance, and I quickly picked up that request and started chatting with the customer with the RAS. So I will be play a role of call center agent and will directly do a live chat with the RAS. Ambase will be the finance approver, and he will be responsible to provide payment approvals. So if RAS wants to return the product within the warranty period, and I will redirected the request to the Ambase. So he will simply get the notification in the Microsoft Teams. So I'm not going to use the Outlook channel for the notification and approval today. I'm going to use the Microsoft integration so that you can learn that how you can integrate the Microsoft Teams with your Power Platform, so that your while being in the Microsoft Teams, you can simply provide the approvals from the Microsoft Teams itself. Narayan will be the field service agent. So Narayan will be responsible to travel at the RAS address in order to collect the defective laptop. So take the RAS signature, capture images, and assign the case to the service manager for further review. So there might be, there are a lot of activities might involve as a field service agent. So I have created a Canvas application to all the field agents. So Narayan will have this mobile app. He will simply open that app, and we'll see all the tickets that has been assigned to him, and we'll go to the customer location or the RAS address or the home address. We'll collect the laptop and can do some other activities as well, like he can take the RAS signatures as evidence proof. He can click some images. So if the laptop is broken, if he wants to take the images of the laptop as a evidence purpose, and in order to close the case, so he can simply capture some images as well, and then finally assign the case to the service manager for further review. And at last, the Victor will be play a role of service manager, and whatever work has been done by Arpit, Ambase, and Narayan, he will be responsible to review all kind of issues, complaint work done by Arpit, Ambase, and Narayan, and will close the case. So this will, the customer service cycle will start with the RAS and will end on the Victor. So let's see everything in action today. Okay. So I have a customer service portal. So Narayan, could you please confirm that you can able to see my screen?
Yes, Arpit, I can see your screen.
Okay,
it's
perfect.
old.
Thank you. So let's so this is the customer self-service portal. So so let's suppose I'm a RAS and I'm the customer, and I recently purchased a Service Pro laptop from the Microsoft Store, and I just wanted to get the inquiry about the warranty period, and I want to return the laptop, and I wanted to know that what is the refund process, and what is the the money, how long it will take to get my money back. So for this kind of information, I will simply land it on the portal. And if I have already the credential with me, so I can simply provide the username and password and can log in the portal. So this is the customer self-service portal. So I have not customized it. I have only done the configurations. So there are a lot of other portals are also available that comes with that provided by the Microsoft, and you can use these kind of portals as per the business needs. So you can use the partner portal, you can use the customer portal. If you have a requirement kind of forums or the community, you can use the community portals. And if you want to design your portal from the scratch, then you can simply use the custom portal as well. So since this is the customer self-service portal and I want to use all the features related to the self-service, so I have simply installed the customer self-service portal. Now, being a customer, I have two options available in order to log in or register on my portal. I can simply use the local account, and I can simply use the external account as well. So in case of local account, I need to provide the information, and all the information will be stored in my Dynamic 365 contact record. But in case of external, I can simply use the Azure AD authentication. I can use the Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Gmail. So there are a lot of external authentications are there that I can easily use to authenticate. So if I don't want to provide my credential and I don't want that Microsoft stored my credential in the CRM contact, so I can simply use the external authentications as well. So Raz has landed on this portal first time, so he needs to register first. So Raz will provide his email address. So let me provide the email address. We'll provide the first name, Dynamics. Okay. Username and password. This is the the sample information I'm providing in order to register the customer. So I will click on the register. As soon as I will register, I will be redirecting to the profile page where if I want to provide some further details, I can simply update that in my profile. So you can see here all the information that I provided on the registered page has got auto-populated here. And if I want to update some other things, I can update that, and I will click on update. As soon as Raz will update that profile, he will be redirecting to the home page. So on the home page, the portal automatically the greets Raz that, hey Raz, welcome to your personalized power service desk portal. So all the content that you are seeing on the portal is completely configurable. So it's completely a low code, no code solution. So there are a lot of things. There are a lot of enhancement you can done on the portal as per your business needs. So, but currently for the demonstration purpose, I have used all the out-of-box component that customer self-service templates provides. So you can see here, I can simply get a lot of information in the form of FAQs. So there are some most popular articles are there, some recent articles are there, some top rated articles are there. So the articles which has been mostly viewed can be comes under the top rated articles, most viewed articles as well. So if the Raz has some basic information, if the Raz wants to get some basic information that what is the refund process, how long it takes to get my money back, and some basic information about the Surface Pro. So he doesn't need to call to the customer agent. He doesn't need to drop an email to the customer agent, right? He can simply use the Power Apps portals to get such kind of information, and it obviously it will reduce the overload on the customer agents as well. Okay, so now Raz has option to create a case. So let's say Raz wants to laptop got broken and he wants to return it back. So Raz has two options available. Either Raz can use the customer self-service portal, simply click on open a new case, and it will take Raz to the create case page where Raz can simply provide the title of that case, simply provide the case type that I have a problem, subject as well that I have a problem related to the products. I can provide the description, and I can attach the file as well. But this is a manual process, right? So this is the one way that Raz can submit their log or the complaint from the portal. But I'm not going to use this way, because this required a manual activity in order to submit the information. I'm going to use the chatting option here. Okay, so Raj doesn't want to create the case from the portal. He wants to interact with the human agent. Okay, so he will simply click on the let's chat option. So as soon as Raz opened the chatting option, I got some some greeting from the virtual agent. Hey, hi, I'm Power Unified Desk Virtual Agents. So let me enhance this screen so that you can have a look. So hi, I'm a Power Unified Desk Portal Virtual Agent. What can I help you with today? Please choose your category. So if I want to get some normal inquiry, I can simply choose the inquiry option, complaint, escalation, or the feedback. So since I'm going to register a complaint, so I will choose an option, a complaint. Now virtual agent will ask that may I know what kind of complaint you have. So do you have a complaint related to delivery service? Do you have a complaint related to return and refund? The product quality? So I need to get the refund and I want to return the product. So I will simply choose the return and refund option. Now virtual agent is asking like what product would you like to return? Laptop, watch, or the mobile phone? I will choose a laptop. May I know what is the issue with your laptop? So I need to type it. So Raz will type like it's broken. I will simply type this message. Now virtual agents will say like sorry to hear that, I will try my best to help you out with this issue. Would you like me to log a complaint for you to investigate your issue further? So now if I want to register a case in the system so that my information will be redirected to the different person, so they simply reach out to me and initiate my refund. So I will simply click yes. Now, as soon as I provide the yes, it's asking like, please tell me your registered email address that I have provided while I have done the swapping on the Microsoft Store. So let me enter the RAS ID. Perfect. I'll enter it. So the Power Virtual Agent will automatically, create a case in the system. So as you can see here, please wait for a moment. Thanks for your patience. Your ticket has been created successfully and your ticket number is this. So as you can see here, a case has got created automatically. I don't need to register that case from the portal. So let me keep it for the future reference. We will get back to you once we get any update. Meanwhile, you can get the update from the Power Unified Service portal. Hope you are satisfied with our assistant, or would you like to talk to our customer agent? Here is the the main thing comes into the picture. So right now I'm talking to the virtual agent, but if any case, if I want to talk to the live agent or the human agent, the virtual agent can redirect my chat to the human agent as well. So I'm Raz, I'm not satisfied and I'm very disappointed with the service that Microsoft has provided. So I just wanted to talk to the human agent. So I will say to the virtual agent, yes, I want to talk to the human agent. So he will say, please bear with us. We are transferring your chat to our live customer agent. So now if I go to another tab, if I go here, so here is the Arpit. Okay. So in this tab, I have logged in with my credential. So as soon as the chat has been redirected from the virtual agent to the Dynamic 365, Arpit will be responsible to take the RAS query. Okay, so I got the request. I can simply reject that or I can accept that. I will accept the request. As soon as I will accept the request, the interesting part is that the Arpit will get the reference of all the chat history that the RAS has done with the virtual agent. So if you can see here, I will get all the context. So I don't need to, so Arpit don't need to, ask all the same thing that virtual agent has communicated with the RAS. So I will simply say, hey RAS, help you today. Now the live communication is being done. So I have pasted from here. Now I will go to the my virtual agent. So I got the message, hey Raz, my name is Arpit, how can I help you today? I want to know how long it take to get my refund. go back to the CRM and I want to know how long it will take to refund. So I will simply say like please provide, okay, let me type, can I have image of your broken laptop. So Arpit is asking to the RAS, can I have the image of your broken laptop so that I can, quickly proceed with the request. So can I have the image of your broken laptop? So I can simply go to, RAS will simply attach the image. We'll go to the attach image. Okay, so RAS has sent the broken laptop image as well. Now being an agent, I should get the broken image, laptop image as well. Okay, okay. Did you already register a case with us? I will ask, did you already registered a case? So I will say, yes, the case number is this. I will go here. Okay, so I will simply copy it. I will, being a a call center agent, I will simply search that case here, and I got quickly my search result. And you can see here issue is linked to the conversation. So I got the ticket here. So you can imagine, right, or being on the same screen, I can search the case. I have linked that case to the chat history, so for the evidence purpose. And I can simply open a different tabs here. I can search for the knowledge article if I don't have any information about what Raj is asking me. And I can simply get the case details as well. So I have simply opened that case that Raj has provided. So I can quickly have a look the case. But as I told you, like, this is a refund request. So I cannot proceed with the refund. I need the approval from the finance team. I need the approval from the Umbase. Okay, so Umbase is the finance approval. So I need to get the approval before initiating the payments. So what I have done is, so what I will do is, I will simply provided this option, payment approval. I will go to yes and click on yes. Okay, so for the confirmation purpose, I can simply take the screenshot of it. Okay, so just to send to the user, we'll save it. Desktop. And I will send it to the RAS. That hey RAS, now we have sent your request for the finance team, and we are checking your issue. So I have sent the confirmation to the RAS, and RAS will get the image here. Okay, so this is the way how you can simply send the attachment as well. How simple it is to communicate with between your customers and your call center agents. Now I think I should close this chat. Do you want else? Close the chat. Okay, let me go to this screen. Close the chat. And I will simply close the chat. Okay. So and one more thing, as soon as RAS a case has been created, so I can simply go here and I can see in my open cases, I will be able to see the case is available on the portal as well. Okay, so RAS can simply check the case number is this, the refund request, the case title is this, the case type was problem, customer is this, status reason currently it is in progress, and has been created on this date. Perfect. So this is the one flow has been completed. The RAS has interacted with the call center agent Arpit, and Arpit has redirected the request to the Umbase for the finance approval. Now go to the flow. Now Umbase will now start with the flow from the Umbase perspective. Now Umbase is working the Microsoft Teams. So as you can see here, let me signing it out and log in with the Umbase. Okay, so Ambase is logged in the Microsoft team. So this kind of approval Ambase can also provide on the emails as well, on the Outlook as well. But in this demonstration, I have used the Microsoft Teams channel. So let's say Ambase is working on the Microsoft Teams, and he suddenly got the pop-up that request to initiate the refund. So if you can see here at the recently just 2 minutes ago, Ambase got the notification in this chat, the request to initiate the refund and requested by Arpit, and the date it's mentioned here, and all the context you can get it here. Please review and approve the refund request, case number this and case title is this, and Ambase can simply reject this request and approve the request. So for this demonstration purpose, I am just approving this request, and I need to provide, and Ambase needs to provide the comment. So it's approved. Please proceed. I will submit. The Ambase will submit the approval comment. As soon as Ambase will submit the approval comment, it automatically message will come auto-populated. Thank you, Ambase. The request has now been processed. Your outcome is approved by Ambase saying with comments. It's approved. Please proceed for the further processing. Okay. So so Ambase has got the approved this request. Now I will go to the. I will simply go to my unified the Power Apps. So Ambase has provided the approval. Now we have used we have chosen Narayan as a field service agent and the Victor as a login as a manager. So if the Narayan will simply open his mobile and will log in as a field agent. So we can simply distinguish by this role in the Dynamic 365 so that Narayan could not be logged in as a manager. So Narayan will open his mobile app. You will click on the field agent. So as soon as Narayan will open the app, he will see the notification over here. So if you can see the notification got 1. Okay, that means a new case has been assigned to the Narayan. So I will simply go to the notification and can see there is a 1 case that is being assigned to me, and I can get all the information like ticket ID is this, the refund request, laptop issue, customer wants to return the laptop, and the customer information. So I want to, so the Narayan needs to go to the RAS home address and needs to collect the laptop. So if the Narayan wants to go to the customer location or the RAS address, he wants to check that what is the RAS address and how I can reach there. So and want to know some more information about the RAS. So he can simply click on the RAS and get some information that is being pulled from the Dynamics. So his address is London, his email is this, and last name is this, and if he wants to call the Raj directly on his mobile number, I can he can simply click on this call option. If he wants to send some kind of text message or kind of email, he can click on this icon. And if Narayan is facing some trouble finding the Raj address, so he can simply click on this navigation option in order to open the Google Map or the Bing Map, whatever configured in your mobile app. So as soon as the Narayan will click on the Google Map, it will open a Google Map in his mobile phone and simply show the navigation on the Google Map. Okay, so this is the feature that I have provided on the Canvas app, and simply provide the email as well and the calling as well. So I don't need to navigate away from the Canvas app in order to call the RAS, in order to send the email to the RAS, in order to open a Google Map as a different app, right? I can simply navigate in the same app itself. So this is the information I can get it from the app itself. But let's say Narayan is there at the customer location or the RAS home, and he wants to update the case. So Narayan will simply navigate to the case, and I will simply provide and Narayan will simply provide some comments that I have collected the laptop from the RAS. And if he wants to take the signature of the Raz, or he wants to take the images of the broken laptop, he can simply go to the signature option. Then simply take the signature. So the signature will be appear here. If he wants to take some images, so I can simply take the image. So in your mobile phone, it will simply open your back camera. So since I'm working in the mobile, so it opened my front camera of the laptop and will simply save this record. So once I save this record, the Narayan will go to the home and can find that the notification area, the count has been gone to 0. So there is no record in this queue right now in the Narayan queue. So the Narayan task is also done. He has taken the image, he has collected the laptop from the Raz home, he has taken the signature as well and submitted the information to the service manager. Now Narayan will simply go to the login area and will log out. Okay, now all has done their own task. Arpit has communicated with the Raz. Ambes has provided the finance approval. Narayan has collected the laptop from the Raz home. Now, in order to close the case, Victor will be responsible. So Victor is a service manager in this demo, and he will be responsible to review the request and will close the case. So let's say Victor will open this mobile application and will click on login as a manager. So you can see here, as soon as the Victor will log in here, in his queue, there is a one request is pending. So pending approval list is there. So refund request laptop issue, customer wants to return the laptop. So if the Victor wants to simply approve or reject, he can simply approve or reject from the list itself. Or if he wants to review the request first, he will simply click here and can see that all the information got auto-populated. The notes that Narayan has collected, the images, and the signature of the Raz. And I will simply Victor will simply click on done in order to give the approval that everything is seems to be perfect. Please go ahead and close the case. Okay, so this will initiate a process in the backend, and I will go to the home and can see the case has been removed from the list, and Victor will go and go to the logout. So let's check the status of the case. Now after a few days, Raz will land it to the portal. Raz will land it to the portal again and wants to check that what is the status of my case. So as you can see that the case has been removed from the my open case. If I go to the my closed case, so the Raz can see simply the case has been resolved. Okay, and if I want to check some more details about it, I can simply go to the view details and I can check the information, the last updated date, the customer, the subject, problem, the description, and any kind of resolution comment. So this is the resolution comment provided by the Victor. And if I am not satisfied with this case and I want to reopen it again, so the Raz can simply reopen it again. Or if I want to have a chat with the agents again, and then he can simply chat with agent again and can provide the comment as well. So you have seen that how I have used all the components, all the low code no code components to streamline your process. Now in this agent, in this virtual agent, there is interesting thing is that there are two kind of the redirection. So as you have seen that the virtual agent chat has been automatically redirected to the live agent, right? So there are two things here. So let me open the virtual agent here. So I just wanted to tell you, like in the mid of the conversation, if Raz feels that I don't want to communicate with the virtual agent, I want to redirect, I want to talk to the human agent in the mid of the conversation. So I can simply, without choosing any option, I will simply say talk to a person. So as soon as I will click on the talk to a person, it will again redirect my chat request to the virtual to the live agent. Okay, so it's not like that at the end of the virtual agent conversation you have to redirect your chat to your human agent. It automatically detects that I want to the RAS wants to communicate with the live agent. Okay, so this is my Power Virtual Agent. Is the live chat. So let me show you that how I have configured it. So in order to redirect your virtual agent to the live chat agent, I have used the omni-channel integration. So there are a couple of configurations are there. There are some licensings are also there. So you need to simply Google it that how you have to integrate your Power Virtual Agent to your omni-channel. So by doing that, you have to install few of the omni-channel integration solutions from the Dynamics 365 Admin Center. Then you need to done some configuration at the Power Virtual Agent side, and you have to done some configuration at the Customer 365 side as well. Okay, so once you're done with the configuration, you can simply create a Power Virtual Agent, and there is an option of transfer to agent. So as soon as you click on the transfer to agent, there are few prerequisites that you have to configure. So since I've already done this all the configuration, so it's showing the your bot is successfully connected. So if you want to do that, you need to make sure that all the prerequisites has been done. So once you successfully integrated your Power Virtual Agent to your Omni channel, that at any point of time, if you want to redirect the user, so if you can see here at the end of the conversation, I have here provided a transfer to agent. Okay, so if you want to simply provide redirection to that the live agent, you can simply click on the plus icon here and just delete that. Let me click on plus and end the conversation to transfer to agent. So this is the option that I'm manually providing that. So if the user will select that option, then only he will be redirected to communicate with the live agent. But in any case, based on some keywords, if you want to redirect a customer to the live agent, you can simply go to the topics. And under the topics, there is this topic is there like escalate. And in the escalate there are already some phrases are there like talk to agent, talk to a person, and you can create your own phrase as well. I need to have a live chat session. So as soon as customer type anything from this list of phrases, you can simply go to the authorizing phrases and you simply configure that transfer to agent. So that means if any in the chatting, if the customer is typing any of that listed phrases, it will automatically transfer to the agent. And if you want to send some kind of message from your private from your Power Virtual Agent to your live agent, then you can simply provide this message as well. Okay, so this is the way I have integrated the Power Virtual Agent to the Dynamics 365 Omni channel. There are few some automation logic, like you have seen, the case has got automatically resolved. The case has been assigned to the Umbase. As soon as Umbase has approved the request, it automatically redirected to the Narayan. Once the Narayan has approved, it automatically redirected to the Victor's queue. So this you can also achieve using routing rules as well in the Dynamics 365, but I have used the Power Automate feature for that because it provides you the low code no code solution. Okay, so if I go to the case approval, so this is one of the most complex one. Let me refresh it. So in this Power Automate solution, what I have done is I have created an approval. Okay, so here I want to assign this request to the. So this is the flow. This is the flow which actually assigned the request to the Umbase, and he got the pop-up of approval that he wants to approve or the reject. So I have simply created an approval. I have provided some dynamic information as soon as the case has been created, case number, case title, description created on, and this create an approval will create adaptive card, and I have used the Microsoft Teams integration connectors in my Power Automate. So here I have so whatever approval I have created here, it will give me output as a adaptive card. So I have used the adaptive card. So in the Teams you have seen this kind of adaptive card. So this is being done using this create approval. So you can simply use this create approval, provide all the information, case number, case title, and provide this to the team connector. So it's post your message. Once it posts your message, and it do the some other approvals, and once I approve this, I want to simply provide a reply to the Umbase. So how I have done is I will simply wait for the approval. So it will simply wait unless the Umbase provide the approval or the rejection comment. Once the Umbase will approve or reject it, I will use the another team connector, post a reply to a message. Okay, and in this I am just simply providing the information, thank you Umbase, and will providing some dynamic content over here. So this will once as soon as the Umbase will approve or reject it, he will get some auto-populated message over here. So this is I have done using low-code no-code solution, and under the last step I'm assigning it to the field agent. So once approval is done, I'm assigning it to the Narayan to this flow. So this is the one Power Automate solution which do the business logic for me. And the second one is assign case to manager. So this is a very simple flow. I'm just simply updating the owner, and once the Victor has done the review, I'm closing the case as well. So I have some other flows as well. So in the Teams flow, I am using the close case as well. So there are a lot of Power Automate I have designed in order to automate my process, and in order to in order for the approval purpose or for the automation purpose. So you can simply understand that I took around 2 days of time after my office hours to design this whole application and to design this whole process. So and I can quickly demonstrate. I can simply deploy it to the customer as well as quickly as possible. So you can simply imagine that how simple it is to design a low-code no-code solution, and you can simply streamline your customer self-service process. So I have used only few components of the low-code no-code solution. If you provide the customer insight that I have provided the information in the slide, if you integrate some other components in this low-code no-code solution like Power BI reports, customer insights, and some artificial intelligence feature, you can enhance some more features as well. Okay, so that's it I have today for you. So if you have any questions related to this demo, you can ask me on my chat. Thank you so much. Over to you, Narayan.
Thank you, Arpit. And it was a very creative demo, to be honest. And I literally enjoyed my role as a field service agent. So thanks for that. It's very, very creative. So currently we have a question from Devi. In case the customer enters phrase that is not in your list. So I believe this is regarding the virtual agent. And in this, is it possible to enhance the phrases using AI so that when a keyword appears in the phrase, then it redirects to live agent?
Can I read
so
the
I think what Dave is trying to say is like, if the phrase is not found and it doesn't automatically redirect to relevant personnel inside the organization, can that be redirect? The query will be redirected to the agent itself, and agent can, like, give the responses.
Yeah, that is possible. It's simply there is a if-else conditions, and in the Power Virtual Agent you have the multiple choice option is also there. So if any of the condition is not fulfilling and user is typing something that is not available in your topics, then you can that user will be simply landed in the else condition, and at every else condition you can simply transfer your chat to your live agent. So you can simply handle this using if else conditions. Yep.
Fantastic. I'm not sure if we have any more question.
If you have any further questions, you can get in touch with me through my social media channels. So in any case, if you're finding that currently if you have not any questions, you can ask me offline as well.
Arpit, do you want to share your contact details online and also in the chat as well? So if anyone has question after the event as well, they can get in touch with you.
Sure. Let me
Okay.
do that. So let me sharing my screen again. So I've already pasted in my Teams as well. So I'm just sharing my screen. So here's my blog. You can simply find it by arpitmscrmhunt.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter. It's Arpit Dynamic. You can find my YouTube channel. So after this session, I'm going to upload all the slide decks and the recording of this video on my YouTube channel. So please subscribe to my channel so that you can. So if you want to have a look my demo again, then you can simply find it on my YouTube channel, and you can simply scan it in order to connect me through LinkedIn.
Fantastic.
And I'm also providing a lot of low code no code solution, and whatever you have seen, there are a lot of Power Automate I have designed, right? So these Power Automate solution I often upload on my GitHub repository. So if you want to explore it much and you want to download it and import it at your instance, then you can simply get all these plug and play solution from Arpit Dynamics. So this is my GitHub repository. Yep, that's it.
That is really good, actually, Arpit, because I remember in your previous demos, you always shared your demos in the presentation and as well as all the codes through the GitHub, which is really helpful. So if anyone hasn't actually touch base on these sorts of all the technologies, they can actually get the kickstart from it, which is really good. So thanks for doing that.
Thank you, Naren.
And just the last words, it's a great demo as well as the example of how we can connect all the text or the applications or tools, or I would call it services, together to solve our day-to-day problems. So I've simply seen there's a Dynamics 365 customer service, I got Power App, Power Automate, virtual agent, so and some bits of AI as well. So it's brilliant. That's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. So we have a next session coming up from Richard. Richard, are you online?
I am. Hi, Noel.